Welcome back to the Lock Shop. My name is Taylor. I am going to show you how to unlock this Samsung device. So here at the Lock Shop, I have over 10 years of iPhone, Android unlocking experience, network unlock, iCloud unlock, blacklisting, removal. And what we're doing here is basically I'm giving you the knowledge, basically showing you how to do everything. So for free, if you go to our website, the Lock Shop, it's thelock.shop. That is our website where everything that I'm explaining we have in writing, and I'm also posting videos there as well. I'm putting this on our YouTube channel, but go visit thelock.shop and you can have everything in writing. The whole list of our approved list of unlock servers are there. They are legit. They are working. I've been using them for years. So those are the only ones I use because there's a lot of fake stuff out there, and I just want to be transparent with how you unlock iPhones and Android because there's so many scammers out there that this is the only real way to do it, honestly. So if you're interested, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Lock Shop's YouTube channel, and make sure you install the Lock Shop's website on your home screen. But let's get into it. So I thought, you know what, I have a customer reaching out, and I said, you know what, let me just record some of the stuff and then you can see how I unlock phones, right? So here's what we got. Let me pull this up, right? Check this out. This customer sent me this on Telegram. He has an S928U. I think it's a S24 Ultra, I believe. Now it's a SIM locked T-Mobile. Now he's asking, here's something I need clarity on, maybe not. I just said, hey, yo, send me the IMEI and I'll see what I can figure out behind the scenes. I don't know what he's talking about. Now he is from another country, so I'm not sure the translation might get lost in translation, but all you need is the IMEI and I'll show you and then we can figure out what we need to do to unlock it. So he says, got a S928U locked SIM T-Mobile binary 4. Have no idea what that means. I need ROM convert unlock SIM. So here's the deal. If I think he just needs a SIM unlock, obviously, but let's see what he's talking about. So what I did, I went in, since we already know what phone it is, I don't need to go to the T-Mobile IMEI checker because sometimes people will just send you an IMEI and you're like, is it an iPhone? Is it an Android? I don't know where to go from here. That's why I go to T-Mobile's IMEI checker because you can just plug that IMEI in there, scan, and then it'll give you what device it is, and then you can go from there running checks because we need to scan this IMEI. We need to see is it blacklisted? Is it locked? Is it unlocked? A lot of times customers send you IMEIs or send you questions. I really don't ask much. All I say is just give me the IMEI and I'll look at it myself and then see what's going on. And that's what we're going to do. So he sent me the IMEI. He already told me it's a Samsung, so I don't need to do the T-Mobile device check. So I'm going to copy the selected text and then I'm going to go to direct codes. Direct codes is the best. I use it every day for checking IMEIs, right? So we know it's a Samsung, so let's type in Samsung. It'll pull up all of our Samsung services. Now, I'm under place order in device services and then place order. So we're going to run two checks. Now, we're going to run the network finder. Even though he said it's T-Mobile, you want to know for sure. But last thing you want to do is take their word. I've had this happen to me. Last thing you want to do is take their word for it. And then it ends up being, because they're just relaying the information. A lot of times customer will bring it in and it could be a Verizon phone and customer buys it from somebody and it's actually a T-Mobile phone. So I'm gonna run the Samsung device network checker. So we'll paste the IMEI here, place the order, and we'll see what comes up, what results we get. But direct codes gives you the best results in my opinion. So let's see what we got. We need a check service. Samsung FRP, no. Worldwide FRP, no. We need a check. So let's see here. USA, that's an unlock. We need a check. We don't need codes. At least not yet. IMEI check. So here we go. OG IMEI check and then version 2 IMEI check. So what we're going to need to do, we need Knox status. Let's do full info, carrier warranty check, auto. Let's do this one. It'll give us the full check. 13 minutes average delivery time. So that's okay. So let's go do this. Paste that. There we go. Now, a lot of times you have to type in the IMEI number here or copy and paste it in here, but it'll always ask you for the last digit. Now, while that's going on, let's go over to here, direct codes, and see if, so here we go. So our check comes back, network finder comes back. It's an S24 Ultra 256 T-Mobile, original carrier T-Mobile, color black, purchase date, coverage end date. So it's out of warranty. So that really didn't give us much, but at least we know it's T-Mobile. So now what I'm going to do is we'll run a T-Mobile check now that we officially know it is T-Mobile. So we'll go to place order. Damn it, can't spell today. So now we'll run a T-Mobile check. T-Mobile Sprint model, T-Mobile Sprint iPhone, T-Mobile USA Sprint services, or T-Mobile services. Unbarring. This is blacklisted. Let's go to, type it in here and see what it says. We will go to the T-Mobile check. So it looks like it's blacklisted. See this? Samsung, here's the device. We went to the T-Mobile IMEI checker. Look at this right here. Sorry. You see that red dot? This device is currently blocked from use on our network. So we know it's blacklisted. So now we're going to have to go see why it was blacklisted. And before you network unlock anything, you have to remove the blacklist. Before you network unlock it, you have to put the device back to clean and clear. So if this customer wants to continue, what you're going to have to do is remove the blacklist, meaning put it back on the clean and clear list. We're going to have to run an unbarring service on it. That's another term for a blacklist removal, IMEI repair, eSIM fix, all that stuff. It's the same thing, unbarring. So we're going to have to remove the unbar. We're going to have to perform an unbarring on it, getting it back on the clean and clear list, and then we can network unlock it. Because if you do it the other way, if you network unlock the device while it's blacklisted, it will not work. Because when you network unlock it, the server is going to check to see if it's blacklisted. If it is blacklisted, it won't unlock it. So the very first step is to remove the blacklist. So while that's getting figured out, let's see here. So let's figure out why it was blacklisted. T-Mobile. So what we're going to do right here, see this? USA T-Mobile clean. This will check if it's clean, if it's blocked, if it's unpaid, if it's lost, if it's stolen, pro check. But this will not only tell us it's blacklisted, because we know it is, but this will tell us why it's blacklisted. You want to know why it's blacklisted, so you can submit it to the proper server to get that blacklist removed, because there's 3 different types of blacklist. There's customer reported lost or stolen, there's insurance reported lost or stolen, and there's an undelivered. So you need to know which 3 of those it is, so you can submit it to, because there's a service and there's a blacklist removal service for each of those 3 terms. So you need to know which is which. So let's run this real quick. This will come back fairly quick. Place order. Now let's go back here and see if this has got us anything. Let me refresh the server. Nothing yet, although I think I know what it is. So let me take what I'm going to do. I'll show you how I handle this with the customer. So let me go back here. No, you know what I'm going to do? Let's take a screenshot, right? So let me take a screenshot of this in this guy's device, just like that. We're going to save it to wherever you want to save it. I'm going to put it under the lock shop. Now what I'm going to do is go back to Telegram. I'm going to let him know. I'm going to send him that picture. I'm going to send him that picture, and I'm going to type in here exactly what I explained to y'all. Check. So just letting him know the device appears to be blacklisted. I'm running multiple checks on the device, so we know exactly how to unlock it, and we would have to remove the blacklist before we network unlock it. And then I'm going to say I'm misspelled a couple words, but whatever. So now let's go back here. Let's hit the refresh. Let's go to order history, device orders. Boom. See? Oh, we can do this. So look, let me screenshot. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me copy this. Copy. We'll go back to Telegram. Paste it in here for this guy. So basically what I'm doing is, so check this out. So it says T-Mobile, that's this check that we ran. Let us know why it was blacklisted, right? So here's the model, S24 Ultra. Here's the phone, Eureka 3. What the hell is that? Never seen that. Model Samsung, so blah, IMEI number 1, IMEI 2. Here's the eSIM, CSN. You don't need that. eSIM supported, yes. Here's what you need to know right here. eSIM status, it is blocked. Reason why it's blocked, reported lost by a T-Mobile customer. That's good. That means we can fix it. Now, Let me show you how to get them a quote. So go over here, go to see how much this service will cost you, and then it's up to you how much you want to charge him, right? How much you, or if you want to negotiate with him, you can aim high and then negotiate a lower price, or you can just say, hey, I'll do it for, typically what I do is I double the amount. So if it costs me $25 to perform the service, I'll charge him $50, right? So I make 25 off of it, right? So, but that's what I typically stick to. Now, of course, there's some services that I deviate from, get off of that mindset a little bit, but for the most part, I just usually double it. That seems to be working all right. So the term for this in all of these servers is unbarring. Now, you're going to see different prices. I'm going to show you different prices. Unbarring. Shit, what the hell? All right, so check. UNB. That's what, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. UNB. So look, they got unbarring. That stands for unbarring or blacklist removal, IMEI repair, eSIM fix. This service will remove that blocked status and put it back in clean and clear. It's not Cricket, T-Mobile. Now, this one's $25. That's what I'll probably do. T-Mobile unbarring, not an unlocking service. No verification. Do not order if you do not agree. Not unlocking service. 24 hours for verification. Do not order if you do not agree. I always go for the cheapest one. Usually these are pretty good, right? I'll only bump it up to the more expensive one if the cheaper one comes back rejected. Then I'll bump it up to the more expensive one, and I'll let them know, hey, but obviously before I do that, I'm going to let them know, hey, it got rejected, but I do have a more higher success rate service, but it will cost a little more. Do you want to do it? Now, of course, I'll give them screenshots. I never let them see the price, though. Don't let them see the price. I always use Magic Eraser on my Pixel, or I'll scratch it out, right? But typically it looks kind of tacky if you scratch it out. Typically, if you have a Pixel or an iPhone or a lot of these computers now, you can Magic Erase that out to look like it's not even there. Never let them see the price. Don't let them know what's your price. Now let's go to here. Let's compare prices, because now that you know what service you need, you want to go to each and every server to see how, because it's going to cost me $25 on direct codes. What if it's $14 on IMEI Guru, right? You don't want to pay 25 when you can pay 14, and then you can still charge them $50 even though you're paying 14. Definitely blacklisted by T-Mobile. I can remove this blacklist and get the device back to clean and clear status. The cost is 50 USD. Now, if he's a store, I think he's a store. Because look at his name, Fast GM Fix Source. So typically, if you helping out a reseller, another reseller, and then helping out a customer, if you want to continue business with a reseller, you can drop the price a little bit because he's going to have to do this for a customer. So I'll say I'll do it for $40. Screw it. Whoops. Drop the price. That's cheaper. It looks like that's cheaper than any other place you can find it, because Direct Codes does have the cheaper price. Remember, it's $25 right here. Oh shit, right here. Now let's look at what this says. Delivery time 1 to 7 days. Let's look at the important information. No weekend processing. Today's Tuesday, so it should be fine. Warranty none. Strict from source. So it is what it is. If you don't feel comfortable with not getting a warranty on that, then typically I don't have any issues. Every now and then, yes, obviously, but it's usually pretty rock solid. Now, this supports, let's see, warranty, no refunds, not unlocking service. Remember, this is a blacklist removal. Not supported, do not order if your device is reported stolen by insurance. Ours is not. It's reported stolen by a customer. Do not order if it's reported uncoverable by insurance. That's same thing as undelivered. And don't let this last one trick you. The last one says don't order if it's reported stolen or not delivered by T-Mobile customer. Now, I know you're thinking, well, wait a second. Ours, the one we're checking, it says it's reported lost or stolen by T-Mobile customer. Correct. But look at the fine details. Not delivered. This is a undelivered or not delivered. That's one of the 3 classifications. The people that run these servers are not in America. Some are. Well, most are not. I think Direct Codes is not. So sometimes they're English, again, lost in translation. As long when you run the IMEI check and it comes back, as long as it does not say undelivered, as long as it does not say not delivered, you're good to go. So ours would still work because ours came up, our results said nothing about not delivered, or it said nothing about unrecoverable. So ours is still good. Ours would work. So let's see if he said what he says. He's read it. I got the read receipts right here, and I'm basically just waiting on his say. What I'm going to do is, if you wanted to go ahead and run this, if he said, okay, go ahead and do it, cool. Then what you're going to need is whether and how you want to do your payments is up to you, right? If you want them to pay after, cool, it's up to you. But you would then say, hey, I need a payment. So you could send them a payment link, or he can send you Cash App, or whatever, however you have it set up. He would just pay you. Giving price quotes and check-in is an all-day thing. So that's why I live next to my phone and my laptop. I'm continually checking prices and helping people out. So that's how I know how to do this stuff pretty well. But let's send him a screenshot, and then we'll end it. Because he has other... Appreciates help. I have other AT&T Samsungs he needs unlocked. Everybody says that, so... But that's cool. He's a shop, so it is what it is. So let me send him a screenshot of this. Now, I'm going to black out the price. So anyways, I'm going to edit this photo and then send it to him. And then once I'll record, once this comes back and it gets completed, then I'll record and walk y'all through how to do a device unlock service. But that is walking you through how to do a blacklist repair living color with a real customer in a real IMEI. So do appreciate the time. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel.